honestly know, why do people not cheer for Moscow 5? They are the most entertaining team in League of Legends to watch. Just what I'm saying. So, I'm guessing you guys all want CLG to win. It's pretty one-sided, I think.
Pretty one-sided, yeah.
They don't like the Russians.
they want CLG to come out on top of this one. Actually, just resetting the Wolves there did Gosu, Pepper and Genja, but no, they're taking them away. On the bottom side of the map, we are seeing Tristana and Soraka taking away those golems, and actually being nice enough as well to come up and help Snoopy with that red buff right from the very get-go.
Oh, he's not using Smite? I could take this. We're going to see. As soon as Alex steps forward, remember he could get a nice stun on him. If he can get the headbutt in towards and Froggen, he flashes in there, doesn't quite manage to land it though. Flash was burned. Meanwhile down the bottom, they're diving on towards Genja. The Yellow Peak could be in trouble. They're going to turn this one around. It is support versus support. Crepo continuing with those bananas and forces Genja back. Genja on absolutely no health, does back away just above there. Yellow Peak also very low, but they are going to continue on, and no first blood just yet, Joe.
No, real close stuff there. Flash has burned across the board actually from Moscow 5. Obviously Alex used his. We saw, okay, so only one was Flash, so it's not really across the board. I'll take that statement back. It was totally false. Snoopy did though flash in, so one burn at least. This top lane Wicked on Irelia versus Darian on Vladimir. I'm interested to see how this one goes. We've seen Darian in top form today, there's no doubt about that one. Wicked, he had a tough game against Absolute Legends at the start since Crepo gave that first blood away to Jax, and then Jax was just a lot stronger at that point. But we are going to see Snoopy now coming in onto Darian. Is Darian already leveled the pool? Yes, he has. And that was easy.
Runs away with Troll all running in the background, so no problem there. Because the Yellow Peak is going to take away the large columns again. Second route running there. That's because Snoopy has been aggressive. We talked about how he wasn't aggressive throughout the last few games. He's going to come around the backside once again of Alex. 6 already backing off. He's just keeping back. They realise that with Snoopy on this Alistair, he is going to be very, very aggressive. Diamond Pro also, I think he just passed the ward. Is that one of his own, or was that? Yeah, it was one of his own. So he don't think he was spotted. I think Aurelia just had his dude potential, I think, is the marker that Daniel tried to get going. I personally wasn't going to go with the DP reference.
Slightly weird. Slightly weird. We saw that Genja actually down at the bottom, just exchanging that damage once again with Yellow Pete. They may try and push in for a little bit more. There comes a big heal out from Soraka. Genja not exactly healthy himself, but Yellow Pete can't afford to stick around in that damage, but it's just an exchange. No kills going to come of this one early on. Gosu Pepper is trying to just zone them out, trying to bully them in this bottom lane and keep away. Snoopy is now coming in as well. There's a Valkyrie used by Genja. Can they nail Gosu to the wall with that headbutt? No, they can't. And Snoopy, once again, not able to get in for the gank.
Yeah, he's going to be pretty grumpy right now. It's 3 times he's missed the ganks out. Not being able to get in that position. That ward of Gosu Pepper's just saving them from this one. They have backed, and they have bought Doran's Blade coming out, and is that 5 or is that 3 health pots? I can't quite make that out. And also they Ruby Crystal bought for Gosu Pepper. So Gosu Pepper's going to be able to take a lot of abuse here. A lot of hit points. You can see Tristana's gone back, took that opportunity, got a double Doran's Blade as well. So he's also going to be very strong down that bottom lane. Obviously picking up that slight advantage. Just that 8 CS is the difference between being able to buy that extra Doran's and a health pot compared to the 3 health pots he's had to stack up down the bottom. And Corky.
Yeah, we've just seen the big Wraith being taken away. Snoopy actually is in there. We'll get rid of the rest of them. Alex taking away the Wraiths as well. And a fairly slow start to this one. I mean, we did see that damage down in the bottom area. We saw the Carthus flash away from that headbutt, but no real 100% chance for a first blood, I'd say. I mean, apart from down at the bottom where Crepo could have flashed bananas, but I'm not sure they would have got the kill.
Yeah, last time these guys faced off against each other, it was a 78-minute match. So I'm just saying it could well be a long one. And it was a pretty low-scoring match as well. But CLG came out on top of that one. That was fairly recent. Meanwhile, Snoopy is going to find Diamond Pro. They're going to headbutt each other, and they're not too sure really what to engage. Snoopy's like, I don't want any of this. I'm just going to back away from Diamond Pro. I don't want to mess with his kicks. That lead singer is a powerful thing. Darian, meanwhile, on Wicked there. Wicked just churning out that lane. I suspect he might well just clear that and back off. Whether Darian's going to allow him to is another question. Genja is taking away the Wraiths though. So very sneaky play from Moscow 5 coming in there, and they're just camping on that Wraith. So that's a bit harsh. Snoopy, they're trying to get these ganks out unsuccessfully, is having his jungle taken away from them.
And we see Alex in the middle. Let's have a look at the CS between those two there. 45 to 63 in favour of Alex. So doing a great job with the farm in this middle lane. Bottom lane is 32 for Corky, 46 for Tristana. So Yellow Pete also in a great position. Got that early lead going on. Double Doran's blade that he has compared to Corky's single Doran's blade with the boot. So he's going to be putting out more damage, going to be healthier as well. Should keep them in this lane. And let's not forget he's got Soraka to give him that constant heal, which Genja isn't going to have available to him. Does have Summoner heal though. Shouldn't need that in an emergency. Diamond actually on the red buff. Could possibly see a gank up towards Wicked. The interesting thing is no wards on this top lane.
Yeah, well, Wicked always feels pretty confident when he's playing Aurelia. He knows he can get away. Meanwhile, they're going to dive towards Gossip Pepper. Gossip Pepper's surely going to be first blood this time. You can see Genja actually coming in. Genja needs to be careful. He doesn't get caught up in this one. It will be first blood to Froggen. And meanwhile, they can see the top lane also could be pushing on. Can they get a finish off? Froggen, he's going to go for it. Froggen's diving, and we backed away. Genja will back off there, though. No problem. What I was about to say is the fact he's got Hextech Revolver and Sheen at the top there. So while my voice absolutely completely goes under water, Aurelia has gone very aggressive, taking that Sheen early on. They are going to come around the backside of Snoopy possibly. No, it's just going to be Darian. He's going to try and steal away the blue in the jungle.
Yeah, we'll see if he's able to actually pick that one up. He is already well underway actually, and there goes the smite, and Diamond is going to take that blue buff away. Once again from CLG, bottom lane is getting pushed as well, and there he is. There's Froggen actually got the kill as well, so Genja stuck around, obviously to his detriment, but Froggen will say, thank you very much, you gave me my favourite champion, and I've started off 10 minutes into the game with 2-0.
Yeah, and he's just bought a blasting one there, so it's going to be very strong already. Got that catalyst built up. Meanwhile, Darian's taking a lot of damage on that top lane as well from Wicked. Like I mentioned, he picked up that Sheen, so I thought he was going to be very aggressive. Darian, in the meantime, trying to lifesteal his way through. He is going to start getting a lot stronger, though. He's starting to close on that level 9, sort of like the boundary of Vladimir. He's going to get dived again onto. He uses that pull very quickly there, though. I need to be careful of the Sheen proc. I'm not too sure if the proc actually went off on from Wicked there. Managed to get that pull up quick enough. Pinkmore just been picked up by Lee Sin. We'll see where he manages to place that one down. We are 9.5 minutes into this one, so they could be starting to look towards those dragon fights with Lee Sin. He's very strong on that. Has got the claw. I can remember the Madrid's.
Madrid's Razor?
No, yeah, that's the one. I'm having a mental
There you go,
block.
there's the tooltip. Madrid's Razor.
There's the tooltip, it's all good. Genja, meanwhile, is pushing on towards Yellow P, but Yellow P actually could go straight for Good Pepper. That does take down that ward. Had to put that ping down. You can see Lee Sin now also around there. This is like I mentioned, they could go for that dragon early on. Lee Sin's quite capable and has actually started it. Lee Sin just started on the dragon, although Crepo has spotted it. We're not looking out on the camera right now. You can see he's already pulled that one out, trying to solo it. It's entirely possible. But now the rest of CLG starting to close around him. Diamond's going to have to back away from that one. If they can get the leash before it resets, nice reset. They could get a good kill on there, but instead Diamond lost half his hit points and gained nothing from it.
Yeah, not really confident at this stage to do that. It was a good idea to get in there, try and solo it. They did have that vision as Crepo stuck the ward in from the backside. You can see up at top Darian almost getting up towards full health, and as I say that, we are going to see Wicked dive onto him. The Ignite is running, ulti put down from Darian. It's not going to kill Wicked, but it should stop him from being so aggressive. And Darian's basically going to queue himself back onto health and stick around in that lane.
Yeah, Wicked stuck around as well, so it's still a very close lane. Using his dash to try and pick that up. They realise that those two at the top are very low. Snoopy tried to get in there and smite it. Wasn't quite quick enough though. Didn't have that smite down. Very well controlled. So Moscow 5, and then he's an MLG, did pick up the first dragon, which is going to equalise the goal, give them that slight advantage despite being 2 kills down.
Well, let's have a look. how that starts to play a difference. Actually, I didn't notice that Froggen, after that blasted one, also had enough for the Catalyst as well.
He already had it.
Oh, you already had it?
Yeah.
There you go. Just totally missed it. Good job, Joe.
Good job, Joe.
Working up nicely towards that Rod of Ages. Down in the bottom lane, Cloth Armor was also collected by Corky, and Carcass has also just picked up blasting one plus that Catalyst as well, so he's working the same way as Anivia. Top lane, Irelia did stick around. Got the Ruby Crystal in there with the Sheen. Vladimir with that revolver, but down at bottom, this could be an interesting one. Yellow Pete actually going fairly low. The damage was coming in onto Gosu Pepper, but Snoopy is in this push. The question is, did they see him? I don't think so. I'm not 100% sure, but I think he came from that backside where there is actually no ward currently. And there have been no pings as of yet onto his position. Obviously at this level, they could afford to dive it, and they need to be careful because Lee Sin is there. Okay, so Lee Sin is actually going back. Is going to be cancelled just in time to see CLG starting to work through, and they need to get the pull on here. There goes Diamond into the pack. The question is, can they kill it? And no, they can't. Just forced away, which actually in that situation is not a bad deal for Moscow 5.
So CLG doing exactly as they've said. This is how you play Moscow 5. It said you just got to be as aggressive as they are. Get in their faces, start causing problems for them. Wicked is, which is why Wicked would normally, I think, probably go with the Phage to start with. He went with the Sheen. He's going to be aggressive against Vlad. He seems to be working very well for him. We've got Snoopy obviously on that cow, which we've not seen him play the entire tournament. Bearing in mind Nautilus it was banned out, so he didn't go with that one. But he has, I don't remember seeing him play the cow for quite a while. He was always fantastic on it, and every time you do see the cow come out, you realise he's going to be pretty aggressive, and he seems to be getting in their face. He's been looking for those ganks throughout the game. The golem's been taken away by Tristana. Tristana been back, got and Berserker Greaves and Vampiric Scepter completed now, and Froggen has just been really fantastic. Got that Rod of Ages completed already. 13.5 minutes in. That is very impressive. Meanwhile, we can try and drive him towards Alex Hitch. Alex Hitch is just happy farming. That's the danger they got right now. He's got 30 CS over Froggen. Froggen will get a lot of farm now. He's got past 6. He's up to 10 now, so he's well past it. But Alex Hitch has been quite happy farming, so they need to be careful because Carthus will just get stronger and stronger.
Just seen Vladimir go away from that top lane, and CLG are like, well, if he's going to back away, maybe we can push in and have a bit of a look at Diamond Prox's Lee Sin. Now he knows they're coming up. He just put that ward down in the tri-bush, so he's aware that they're starting to move in. Alex has also come up from this middle lane, but Nivea will start to back off. They've seen them going back out from that tri-bush side, and that's going to be no action for now, at least, up in this top lane. Bottom lane, of course, has seen its fair share of action. Obviously 2 assists on both Tristana and Soraka from those 2 kills earlier on, which Froggen actually picked up, the only 2 kills of the game so far. But other than that, 1 successful gank. There have been a few close calls. Blue buff just been given over to Froggen as well, which will make him that bit more dangerous in this middle lane for Carthus. And could do with it as well. He needs to leave that ulti up to get his farm back level with Carthus, who's also been gifted the blue buff now.
Yeah, so the blue buff was obviously taken away by Diamond. Now Froggen's got it back now. So he will have taken that back. It's the hello shout. I never get that. It's the festival feel, isn't it?
I thought we were missing something, actually. Where's the action?
Where's the action? What are we missing? Oh, wait. No, it's just Crazy Swedes shouting across the land. So, very much calm action between these two.
Flashed in there to get the kill. In comes Froggen. Good flash away there from Vladimir, but Snoopy's actually moving in as well. The Pulverize will hold him down. In goes the headbutt, but he's knocked Darian possibly to safety here. and he's going to walk away from that one, and that was a kill that CLG will be looking for. Down in his bottom lane now, Crepo is going to be taking the damage. Corki will try to Valkyrie in there, and Yellow Pete is going to be finished off, and now Crepo is in all kinds of problems. Nunu ulti went off, and there is the double kill for Genja in this bottom lane. A fantastic turnaround of things. Yeah, Snoopy even in trouble now in middle.
Yeah, some crazy action. Suddenly there's nothing for ages, and then it all happens on all the lanes at once. And Genja and Ghostly Pepper, they don't want to push this lane. They're quite happy to back off this one. Lee Sin also making his way down. I think the Dragon may well be due, actually. I'm just judging by Lee Sin's turn to get into position. It could well be perfect time. They're going to try and head off Snoopy. You can see actually take the golems away. Snoopy was just coming around to take them there, so he's going to have to back away from that one. Now Anivia needs to be careful in the middle as well, because Karthus and Vladimir are both there in position, and Lee Sin is taking away the second dragon. Very nice control by Moscow 5. They sort of just tripped all the action just as it was about to spawn.
Yeah, perfectly done again from Moscow 5. We are going to see 4 of them there, picked up without any problems whatsoever. Vlad came down to cover this middle lane, but as we see so often, Wicked taking advantage of that dragon pickup. He's got plenty of minions there to tank that turret up, and this is going to be actually the first turret of this game taken down in favour of CLG. They're round about 2,000 gold down now. We approach the 18-minute mark of this matchup.
Crowd getting a little sleepy. We're going to have to wait for a bit more action to wake these guys up. It is 3-2 to Moscow 5. Very, very tense, close stuff. BF Sword been bought by Tristana down the bottom there. Could go for the Bloodthirst or switch straight to the Infinity Edge. Has been getting Infinity Edge most of the time, just getting that Vampire Acceptor for that little bit of life steal. Interesting, actually, watching the AL CLG game. Interesting to see the TSM players tweeting after that one. They're basically saying that they felt the item builds that Absolute Legends went for without the lack of life steal, lack of sustain that they went for was what lost them that game. So it was good to see, the different pro players' opinion over in the other side of the Atlantic at the moment. So the TSM obviously will be playing in the GSL finals at some point today. Not too sure when, but that will be sometime after this one. So anyone watching, don't worry, you're not missing it. I'm pretty sure it's after this game ends. This is the last game of the night. Remember, this is the battle for the semi-finals. They're both already in there. The question is, will they face Curse or Fnatic tomorrow? Honestly, I don't know who I'd rather have. Curse have been fantastic at this event. However, Fnatic online have looked pretty damn good lately.
Yeah, I think the problem with Fnatic maybe is the fact that they are technically a new lineup.
Yeah.
It's only 3 of the original 2. They are Dreamhack champions. They're got a lot of support here. Actually, down in this bottom lane, Yellow Pete could find himself in a little bit of danger. Will rocket jump away? So there's no chance. You're not taking me down in that one. Vladimir has now got Will of the Ancients finished. That giant spell adding to things as well, but you can see the damage from Wicked. Now he's got that Phage added in to that Sheen from earlier on. Maybe going to cause Darian a few problems, but I feel like he's got to keep that damage completely sustained, and they're actually going to move straight in here. Karthus ulti is going to go down. That is a kill. Before, yeah, it was a steal again from Diamond, actually, who got the last steal.
It's like, you know what, we're not going to let Karthus get fed, because he doesn't need it, clearly. He's just stealing it away there, Diamond. This time they're going to dive towards Snoopy. Snoopy straight away, headbutts him backwards, and he will just back away from that one. Frog was coming around to try and support him, but they are going to steal away this blue buff. This will be the second blue buff they can possibly take away here. Diamond Pro doing a fantastic job. Actually dropped the Pro, because I think he quite fits that. But Darian joining him. I didn't see whether Darian was gifted that there, or whether he's not going to be able to get it. I think Diamond took that away and said, you know what, I fought for it, I'm having it.
Yeah, got the kill, got the buff. Thank you very much. Actually, we'll get stunned up here by Frog in the middle. No problem, no. He is healthy enough with the Wriggles Lantern in there, with the Heart of Gold as well, to just walk on away from that problem. Let's have a look at the CS actually down in this bottom lane. We can see that Tristana at 159 to the 148, so still maintaining that lead that we saw earlier on forming. He's going to be taking away these guns as well, just to add a little bit more to that one. Middle 186 for Anivia to the 230 of Karthus, so Karthus still doing a fantastic job there, Alex Hitch, to actually stay in the lead between these two AP carries.
Interesting choice for Corki there. Genja went back, had 2,000 gold, and as you complete that phase, and then went for BF Sword. So it's just like he's sort of half between two builds at the moment. Didn't choose to complete the Trinity Force, but he wouldn't have been able to complete it, but he could have gone for a Sheen or certainly a Zeal in there. But instead chose to go sort of halfway between and pick up a big chunk of damage with that BF Sword. A lot more attack damage. So definitely splitting your builds there. Obviously not advisable for players, but you know what? These guys are top guys. They know what they're doing, so they're just going to continue on. So, like you say, the CS between them is actually it's fairly even, but Alex is a scary beast right now, isn't he? 240 CS. That's amazing. Yeah, 40 clean 40 CS ahead of Anivia, which has got the two kills. So he's kind of balanced it out a little bit, but needs the large rob now on Alex. That means that ulti will start to hurt, the lay waits will start to hurt. And you can see they're starting to do these slowly but surely invade, because the wraiths are being taken away by Diamond. Meanwhile, Alex takes away his own wraiths, so they're just stealing away all of the jungle from Snoopy. Snoopy's had pretty much an invader. It must be such a tough job as a jungler against the Moscow 5 team.
Yeah, and I'm not sure that really any team still quite know how to really handle it. I mean, we saw early on Corky coming up from the bottom lane to steal away the big wraith. Like, I'm not sure it's even worth it, to be quite honest with you.
It's a long way. It's a 34 goal or something like that, yeah.
I'm not sure if it's technically worth it the time that you're actually out of your lane there. But I'm sure the likes of Numero Crunch and other number whizzes over on Reddit can tell me that more.
I mean, the builds are starting to be completed by CLG here. They've rushed towards them. So Trinity Force and Infinity Edge both completed, whereas for Moscow 5 they haven't got anything like that. That's completed. So CLG actually possibly in a bit of a strong position here. The gold, though, would suggest they're behind, but they've got those items completed, which will give them that bonus. Yellow Pete now, you can see chunking down that turret. And actually, Moscow 5 completely got out of position. Darian's still in the top lane. Genja's still coming up the river. And they've just lost a good half of that inner turret's health without even being able to react. Suddenly they were like, guys, we need to have a 5v5 here. CLG are actually starting to push us. We need to react to this. Genja is sat on top of that ward. Oh, yeah, and just wisely backs off there. If he'd have stayed there that little bit longer, I feel Froggen would have landed that ice blast straight on his face and he would have been stunned up. Instead, they may well walk straight towards it. They're going to pass straight over those wards. You can see they managed to put a pink ward of their own actually right down on top of their own pink ward. That was pixel perfect. There you go. Immediately the ward changes colour. They couldn't have got any closer there. Genja being split off though. This could well be a big 5v5 match, the first one of the game so far.
Yeah, the thing that worries me from CLG's point of view is that 5 are very, very healthy. There's a lot of health. These health bars, they're not so big gaps between them. And CLG are starting to work in. Dragon was actually reset there. The question is, can they get that perfect initiation? They're always scared once that Q from Diamond actually connects. Is he going to come flying in and causes a world of pain? And actually they are going to go. There goes the wall of pain. Wicked going low. Yellow Pete not exactly healthy either. But that Anivia ulti is in a great position in that river. It stretches the whole way across. And damage from Froggen is very, very high. Here comes the Carthus ulti. Wicked's not going to fall, but that'll take a big chunk away. And actually Crepo will use the ultimate heal, but he's maybe caught out of position. Will be forced to flash away. Snoop is in the midst of everything as well. Wicked is going to take down Darian. Snoop is half focus from them. Gossip Pepper's ulti's a mile away. Here comes the Q of Diamond. He will flash over to follow Froggen as well. And Froggen is going to be egged. But does he have the damage to actually take Froggen down? He will now that the rest of the team joins him. And that will be a 2-for-1 in favour of Moscow 5. And Yellow Pete got out with hardly any HP.
Yeah, very good fight for Moscow 5 there. They managed to get straight in there. Oh, was the tries to take a little peek back there. I don't think Gossip Pepper's too worried about that. He's got a lot of health, and they're going to chunk down the dragon. This will be the third dragon in the game that Diamond has been around to take. So they are really in control of that one. That's what's giving them that slight gold advantage. 6-3, Moscow 5 continuing on their dominance. Can they take it away and be unbeaten yet again in the group stages for a third tournament running, which would be a pretty amazing feat in itself.
Yeah, that would be amazing. I mean, they're what, 16-for-1, so I suppose.
Yeah, they're only
18-for-1 by now.
One single round was lost against TSM and Kiev. That was their only round. That's impressive.
Incredible set of statistics there. Yellow Pete going to be racking up even more CS. Actually, Corky is now around about 15 CS in the lead. Nivea 217 to Carthus is 283. So, you know, amongst everything that's been going on, Alex has been farming the whole time. He's been taking the wraiths. I think every single time almost that they've been up there, they have been his. That leaves him with almost 300 CS, with that Rabadon's Death Cap, with the Rod of the Ages, and they have Sorcerer's Shoes. Even got a Negatron Cloak for a little bit. of magic resist. And look at this, they're doing Baron already. CLG are absolutely nowhere to be seen. Ulti's going to go off from Gosu Pepper. Question is, can they take this Baron down? It's got 1300 HP left. There is a Baron pick up. Wicked's in trouble. Valkyrie in from Corki, and there's the big bomb. It's not quite finishing off, but the Karthus ulti will finish him, and the fight is headed south now. CLG trying to escape from this one. They don't want to get caught up in this. Froggen actually moved in towards him. That could be his death here. His egg is not up at the moment. They do take down Anivia. Crepo is in trouble as well. He goes down, and this is going to be the outer turret in the middle, going to Moscow 5. And it was one of those Barons that wasn't necessarily set up for. Moscow 5 said, look, they're split up. We can do this one. It was an opportunity, Baron.
Yeah, Yellow Pete continued on pushing that bottom lane. He may well get that inner turret to go with it.
Base race.
No, well, not quite. It's a base race with one person, which is not quite a race, really. Moscow 5 are going to back away, and they've also backed off and protected that one. So Tristana has had to back off. But, wow, Moscow 5 really starting to pressure it. I mean, this is what we say so many times. When Moscow 5... they smell that advantage, they absolutely nail you. They will hit you hard and you just won't know what's happened. And the snowball generally comes out. They are one of the strongest snowball teams known to man, and they really can push it off. Darian, well, he's just doing a fantastic job on that top lane. Hasn't really had to deal a great deal with Wicked, but you can see Wicked is 1-3-0 and he's coming to the team fights here at 1-1-6 for Darian. He's not been focused because everybody's trying to get Alex, but actually Alex has not died yet, and that goes against all rules because he's playing Karthus. He should be in there dying, and then getting their layways down. But
that's
instead,
almost his job, actually.
Your job is to die, and you're not doing it properly. But instead,
stop
he's
staying alive, Alex.
Draw, no, okay.
Wow. Wicked here, up at the top. I'm not sure that he's really got the strength there to take on Darian. The rest of his team being there to help him will help out. Darian's like, well, you know what, I'm just going to back away from that one. Got the Riley's now finished. Ninja Tabby will obviously help him out with what Irelia can throw at him. But it is still Alex who's the real big threat in this one. Rod of Ages Rabadons from earlier picked up that needlessly large rod as well. And I'm just going to click on it over on mine to see here. And he's got 619 AP currently with that Baron buff running, which means he kind of hurts when he's, well, just when he's in your general presence, obviously, with Defile and how that layaway's going to hurt. And that's even before he starts to press R.
Yeah, I'd be interested to see what his ulti actually does if Garen could hover over it. Just get to have a look at it. Oh, wow, it's going to hurt, isn't it? It was like 550, 950 damage, 900 just shy of that. That's really going to hurt you pretty hard, isn't it? I mean, I don't know how many hit points Soraka's got, but that's
half of Crepo.
That's got to be definitely close to Crepo's hit points. Yeah, luckily he's built up the most of the Shirley's Reverie, so he's got a lot of hit points to go with that. But yeah, that is definitely going to chunk him straight down. Could be an initiator, it could be an ender.
Before we just get into this fight, I'd just like to say, League of Legends community, you are awesome. 100,000 viewers on the stream right now for CLG
That's
versus
what we like
Moscow
to see.
5.
Yeah, we are absolutely destroying the other games. And you know the games I'm talking about. Those figures are stomping it. So congratulations to you guys that are tuning in to watch this one. And of course everyone that's in attendance here. There's a lot of people here watching this game, watching the best teams in Europe basically fighting off there. I would say the world, but honestly, I was disappointed by CLG's turnout at MLG. They were disappointed with themselves, and that's why I think they're turning out to be a pretty impressive performance in this one. Looks like Moscow 5 starting to set up for this one. They have got the Baron. I don't think CLG want to fight this one. Wall of Pain actually hitting across three of them there. He's going to come around the side. Oh, Froggen actually just walled him off in the top of the screen there. Does manage to get a burst there. Alex Hitch with that pot running as well is very, very strong, but they didn't go for that one. They could have gone for the engage there, but instead Moscow 5 with the Baron chose not to go for that turret dive just yet, so they don't quite feel that confident, Joe.
Yeah, and that's the thing with the whole Baron of opportunity thing. It doesn't necessarily mean then that you can finish off the game. It's, you know, a Baron for the goal and for that duration that you have that extra buff on where you can start to push things, but Moscow 5 were definitely not feeling that they were in such a strong position where they could really end this game. We're at 30 minutes already, by the way. Still fairly low level across the board on CLG. Snoopy level 11. Compare that over to Diamond, who's level 14 on Lee Sin between the two junglers. Actually, if you even compare the supports, to be honest, Gosu Pepper level 14 compared to the level 11 of Crepo. AD carries. We've got Genja is a level above. Alex Inch is a level above Throgan. So generally, things are looking very solid for Moscow 5. Looks like they're going to be trying to push out this top lane. Obviously, inner turrets taking down on all 3 lanes. No, outer turrets taking down on all 3 lanes is what I was trying to say. And that inner turret on the middle as well. But Moscow 5, they've moved back into a more passive, okay, let's get a bit more farm here. They're taking Dragon right now, which is going to add to things. They are over 10,000 gold in the lead, so it's getting to kind of critical mass for Moscow 5, and I'm assuming that they're all sat on decent amounts of gold. Yes, they are, so I guess once they go back for this next one, we may see one more big Baron fight for this game.
Yeah, we may do. In Moscow 5, really, it's down to them to make a big throw. They don't generally do that. It's entirely possible. We saw, obviously, CLG coming back in the last match against the Absolute Legends, coming back very strongly, and that was around about 7 or 8k, I think it was. I don't think it was quite this far gone, and not, as some players have pointed out, they don't think the builds were quite right. The Absolute Legends went with. Moscow 5, however, don't seem to have a problem with their builds to me. I'm looking across the board, you can see the Starks in there, or Zeeks, I should call it these days. The Aegis is in there, so I mean, even Lee Sin's been that team player picking up the Aegis in there, hasn't gone for Gosu, let him picking that up. Vlad as well, obviously going with that Willie the Ancients to help off with Karthus as well, so when he's within the region of Karthus, he's just adding to that massive pool of ability power that he's got, and along with the Scepter, is just going to lower the magic resist, so it really is very hurtful. Karthus is just going to be stripping you apart, so even if you die, if they do manage to catch him in a big Baron pool fight or something around there, Karthus is in the way, he's going to absolutely destroy that Defile and Lay Waste, it's going to be just rip you apart. So Yellow Pete, like we saw him in the last game where he was jumping in, hopping on the heads, that's not going to work.
It's not going to work out this time. Actually, Gosu Pepper just cleared out all the wards by Baron, went home and bought 8 wards. So he's going to come and cover the map and give loads of vision over for Moscow 5. Actually, Wicked is going to start this fight off, and he's taken down to half HP without really denting Diamond whatsoever, and that just shows you how strong Moscow 5 currently are. And I'm not sure how CLG are actually going to end up coming back into this one, and how this initiation is really going to have to look for them. We've got Darian coming around the side. Diamond Prox is in there, will get stunned up. Are they going to push through though? Yes, they are. Darian will actually flash in. Ulti goes down across the entire team. It may be enough to force Moscow 5 out though, the damage that Yellow Pete did. But Moscow 5 are like, well, Baron's up. We've got a load of wards. We've cleared your wards out earlier. We've got all the vision that we need. So we're going to start off this Baron, and guess what? You're going to have to either stop it, or we're going to have a free Baron.
Yeah, indeed, Moscow 5. I mean, Darian went for that. Yeah, I'll go back to it in a moment, because it looks like the fight's going to kick off. Wicked just getting shredded straight down there. Snoopy's going to walk in. Snoopy's going to get ripped apart as well. Alex Sitch is still alive at the back. They're not going for it. They've gone for Diamond Prox. Snoopy will drop. You can see, meanwhile, Wicked's also been targeted. It's actually Gosu Pepper that's chasing Wicked down, which is a strange one in itself. Meaning they're going straight in there. Froggen has been egged up and taken down. Yellow Pete has to jump across straight towards a ward though. Gosu Pepper's going to track him down. Wicked is going to get the stun on towards Gosu Pepper. Instead, he gets a snowball in the face and a kick to the head from Diamond Prox. And that is just Moscow 5's pure dominance. What I was about to say down the bottom there, what happened was Diamond Prox tried to get the Q in, went straight towards Tristana and then put a ward down so he could get to the ward, and then ulti kick Tristana back to his team. It didn't quite work. He ended up going kicking sideways.
Yeah. Baron is taken away though by Moscow 5, and you can see, okay, let's all go home. 1,700 gold on Karthus, 2,200 on Corki, and 2,400 on Vladimir. So they're going to come back even more ridiculously strong. Abyssal Scepter there with Vladimir has just picked up another blasting one, got a needlessly large rod, so going to finish off possibly, if there's time, with that Rebidon's Death Cap. Just out of curiosity, we should probably press V and look at the minimap from Moscow 5's point of view. They can see Baron.
That Gosu Pepper, he used all those 8 wards. He wasn't afraid to put them down. Very nice coverage there, Gosu Pepper. He's definitely
that's like Lee Sin Paradise to fight in there.
He could almost smell something with that many wards. I wasn't sure whether he was going to try and put M5 down or something like that. We've seen it in previous games, but Moscow 5 so strong right now. The 16k gold lead with that Baron buff. The question is, are they just going to pile up mid? Are they going to pressure? Are they going to fight on a turret? Because even then, when they were completely caught CLG out and they stripped it to them, it was still actually a pretty close fight. It wasn't completely one-sided.
Yeah, I agree with you as well, but I think the fact that they've now got Baron buff on and they just spent a load of cash. Corky's got Guardian Angel on, plus the Trinity Force and Infinity Edge from earlier on.
My word, what AP is Garthus up to these days?
I'm almost scared to actually see it.
717 AP, okay, that is going to hurt. So his Q must be doing over 1k, his R, sorry, must be doing over 1,000. If we look at his Requiem, his layways going down for a couple of hundred. Yeah, so that's all just about under
980.
Yeah,
close enough.
Yeah, close enough indeed. So if he gets a brilliant pot on there, he's going to be over 1k damage from a single spell, which is not a bad opener.
Or a closer,
Yeah.
as every Karthus in the world likes to do and get all them skills.
Heal them.
But Moscow 5 now just starting to push out these lanes. We're going to see Vladimir go down bottom, Karthus and Corky in the middle, Lee Sin and Nunu pushing this top lane out as well, and that's where it starts to become hard to defend when they've got all the lanes pushed down and you don't exactly know where they're going to come at you from, and that's when it's going to get real tough. Vladimir is going to have this bottom turret for free. Actually, Genji's moving in there. Yellow Pete did have a look, but I think he realized, well, if they turn on me, I am very dead very quickly. Wicked is there to try and defend. Crepo coming in as well. Meanwhile, Diamond and Alex and Gossip Crepo are there as well. They're pushing this middle lane, so it's coming from all over the place from Moscow 5. It seems like they're going to decide on this bottom lane in the end of things. Gossip Crepo even just managing to clear out those wards with his Oracle.
Well, Moscow 5 have got no focus there. Sorry, CLG have got no one to focus on because Genji's gone and got that Guardian Angel, so there's no point focusing Genji now. And Alex could well be the new target. They haven't been really focusing him. They've been trying to get on towards Genji, but he just Valkyries away every single time. So that's why Alex yet to die with so much AP on him. He's just becoming such a problem for him. And they're quite happily pushing every lane. You can see Darian causing trouble down that bottom lane, which is where Alex is heading off to. Lee Sin also building a great big stack up in the top lane as well. You can see he's got a great big minion wave coming in. He's purposely let that minion wave double stack up as well, so that's going to come straight down, which is why Wicked's having to head him off. Darian also pushing in there. All they need now is Genji to actually join the party and start hitting one of these turrets. Here we go, the opener coming out. Crepo taken down very low, has to wish and keep it off. Alex has been taken down. Can he go on towards Frog? And the lay waste is coming to come down, and I think he might well get away with it. The ulti on Yellow Pete is going to survive as well. So actually a very good engage from CLG there, picking them off as they were split. Wicked's going to dive onto him, but he needs to back away from this one. Suddenly a 4-man Moscow 5 closes it around him, but 5-man CLG is in defense. Can they force them backwards? And again, Moscow 5 forced to back away from those turrets, having lost one in that fight.
They're still pretty strong. I mean, Tristana now...
They're not out of this yet.
Yeah, they're not 100% out of it. I'm not so inclined to call the comeback that I did in the last game, if I'm honest with you. That is a big lead. That's almost 20,000.
They're going to get very aggressive. Guardian Angel Trinity Force on Aurelia now. Phantom Dancer Infinity Edge on Tristana. He's going to start getting in there. And Nivea's starting to get very strong as well. He's got a lot of AP to spread across the board. So actually, when it comes to a team fight, they're not that far behind.
Yeah, actually, Froggen did just go back, by the way. I say go back. Froggen? No, Alex is what I meant to say. Did finish off another item. Yeah. So now he's got Zonya's hourglass.
He's actually gone down in AP though.
Yeah, because Baron buff run out, right?
Oh, of course, yes.
But next time, he's running a brilliant spot. So he's a 690 without the Baron buff running, which it ran out from them. Actually, CLG are setting up a sneaky move here. A brush which is actually close to Crepo's heart after he got first blood given away in that last game. CLG don't have vision outside of this area, but they're just hoping that somebody steps a little bit too close. Is anyone going to face check this bush?
I don't think there is. I think if anything, Alex might pass by and put a lay waste on the bush, just to have a little look, and then he might be surprised because you could get a headbutt pulverized from Snoopy if he goes for that one.
Gossip Pepper's got 400 wards again, so maybe a ward's going to go down on top of the entire team. Technically 8, but it's close enough to cover that full area around Baron like he did before. Oh, and there's a ward on top of CLG. Hello. No, they were there. But yeah, that was, I suppose, a good try from CLG. You never know. The importance of catching one person out could actually be the difference in a team fight at this stage of the game. I mean, 40 minutes we are into it. 20,000 gold lead for Moscow 5. And CLG are headed back. I don't have the exact timer on Baron, I won't lie, but certainly Moscow 5 are setting up for the next one to come in from them. And I think if CLG don't get the next one, then it's going to be too far gone.
Yeah, so it looks
If
like
it isn't already.
Looks like a last whisper possibly coming out from Tristana, instead switching towards that. So yeah, that armor shred, you can see Randian's has been built up by Lee Sin, so probably going to start focusing towards that. Of course, the Guardian Angel as well on towards Genja. So it needs to try and shred some of that armor down that they've managed to build up. This is still winnable for CLG. It's a big ask and it's a big stretch, but obviously Moscow 5 are clearly delaying this for the next Baron fight. The question is, how will that fight turn out? Can they count someone out? Which is what they were trying to do there. Like you say, if they could split that out, they could try and get a snowball effect going on their own, and they could start pouring it on. But unfortunately, it didn't quite work out for them. They haven't got in the right position to do that. They try and get that ward across. Ghostly Purple will clear that out. The stun coming out straight away, but there's a lot of ward plays time to go down. There's Baron. Baron just spawned, so now the fight's definitely going to be on. They're going to start trying to get themselves into positions. They do not need to lose too much damage on the way into this fight. They need to be healthy getting in there, which is why Genja's backed off and Darian's just life-stealing away on Wicked. Wicked's slowly dropping down his health. Look at that, just two basic attacks from Genja, shredding him straight down. They're going to go for the dive here. Genja's actually, Darian's taking a lot of the damage there, managed to pull straight up there. Looks like Snoopy is going to get caught out of position, has had to flash away. Now they're down to a half health all the way across. Genja trying to get himself in the position. Diamond does dive in there. Ulti actually from Genja, there was a big bomb, hit the minion instead on Yellow Pete. Wow, two single shots, takes off 2/3 of Yellow Pete's health there from Genja. He is very, very strong, and CLG realizing I don't think they can fight this one. They're going to have to back off. You can see them rushing back in, but they're not in a position. Diamond Proxy's going to come back across, and they're just going to force them back. Genja, it's just going to be the boss and getting the way, while the rest of Moscow 5 back off and pick up Baron. They're going to try and rush it maybe up mid, I'm not too sure.
Nasty damage coming out there from Corkin. They have to kill him. They have to kill this Corki as early as possible. CLG going to come in. Actually, Moscow 5 decide to peel off this one. Snoopy going to be the focus. He's down to below half HP. Are they going to be able to finish him off? Or will they switch target? Tristana forced the rocket jump away. There's the kill from Alec. Actually, Gossip Pepper is all alone. This is going to be a kill back for CLG. It goes over to Yellow Pete. So now it's a 4 versus 4. Baron will be started off once again. And Moscow 5 are saying, come out as we want to take this fight. We will quite happily fight with you for this. Baron Wicked going to have his Guardian Angel pop flash away actually from Genji, who does have that Guardian Angel as well. Wicked will flash off. Crepo just trying to keep everyone healed. Here comes Carthus. There comes the heal. Almost takes Wicked down, but surely enough damage to finish off. Crepo now in trouble. The Q from Lee Sin will actually land, and that is CL completely back away. And they have their main sources of damage. Moscow 5
Valkyrie over the wall, and suddenly he's gone. You can't get near him. Wicked was trying. Across the board. There's been a lot of times where Moscow 5 do struggle against CLG, but on land, you don't mess with Moscow 5.
There was a time before Kratos became the monster known as the Ghost of Sparta, God of War, Ascension.
Pre-order today to get the Mythological Heroes multiplayer pack. Available March 12th, 2013.
PlayStation.
Boots. I mean, his Carthus, he only has to stand in the middle of the fight, so he doesn't really need boots. He could sub them out for even more damage that he's going forward. What's he sat on? 744 AP. Nice. Scary stuff. Corki also got the Guardian Angel, obviously, from early last week with Triforce. Infinity Edge. He's got a slot with that Doran's Blade, which he seems to want to hold on to up for now.
But Darian's up to 600 AP as well, and he's got a Thorn Mail on him, so I mean it's just scary stuff. 785 AP because he's got the Willie the Ancients nearby now, and that pop, so along with the Baron buff, it's incredible. His over okay he's doing on the single Requiem. Layways would be ripping them apart. Gets a defile in there. I think, look, Moscow 5 are still very cautious. They are not stupid. They're thinking, you know, we don't want to rush it. Despite the fact that Alex has been talking about, you know, we don't really care who we get against. They want to win this game.
They want to win this game. And that's the thing about leaving it this late. You know, they've tried to secure the lead that they had, but when you leave it to 46 minutes, you also add in a little bit of, and not really call it randomness, but the fact that your respawn time is so long. If you make a mistake now with the engage, you could actually end up losing the game straight away from that one. So CLG sat back ready and waiting. They're going to take the fight as it comes to them. Moscow 5 want to push out these lanes constantly. Again, Darian is going to go up to the top, and I'm assuming follow that lane all the way through. CLG, what's their option from here? Probably try and push out and pick up one person. Diamond Fox will ulti kick Irelia away from him and say, nope, I don't want to take this fight. I don't want to get caught out here and lose my Baron buff. And they group up in middle, but they're without Darian. And do you want to take 5v4 this late in the game? Probably not.
No, he's just clearing out that top lane. Top lane you need pushing. They're trying to get all three lanes to push in and get on towards it. But COG are too clever. They're just wiping out those. You know, and if you pops the ulti down, then pretty much the minions are dead. So they're all at this stage, and again, just the single shots coming out on towards Ghostly Purple there. Tristana's got incredible range. Will just rip the minions apart, which is why they're having a problem. What they ideally want is Genji just to get in and get a couple of shots on towards the turret there, but you can see the minions are not even getting close. They're not getting up them steps, so they're without turret range. So Genji needs to start tanking the turret, which is what he's doing now. Or someone needs to start taking a hit so he can get just a couple of shots on it every single time, just chip away at it.
Well, they wait for these minions to come streaming back, which, you know, this is how they move pretty fast on our screen, but I'm pretty sure to Moscow 5 those minions are taking forever to get back into this middle line. And unsurprisingly, Froggen just leaving his ulti on there. I'll say, well, these minions aren't going to get very far whatsoever. Moscow 5 just taking the minions that are coming back at them. Baron buff has now run out, so that was the third Baron of this game, and we are still playing here. Moscow 5 aren't quite able to close us out. CLG doing exactly what you have to do in this situation and standing right on your turret and forcing Moscow 5 to either not push or dive them underneath the turret.
So Diamond clearing out their waves again. They're just going to keep farming up those waves, pushing them back down, and CLG trying their best to just keep them back. And like you mentioned, they actually, you know, if CLG were to win a team fight, the next team fight, they could easily push straight up mid. I'm not too sure where they've finished the game. They're definitely taking an inhibitor though. That's
I don't know with Tristana. Put rapid fire on and turret's nothing.
Yeah, they're just going to melt the turrets down, but whether they can get on them quick enough, that's the question. They've got to traverse the whole map. That's probably about 20 seconds, I think, to get up there.
True.
And then you got the spawns within 20 seconds of that. It's about 48 seconds spawn. Depending on, we are at level 18, so they've not had too many deaths throughout them. So I just don't know. It really depends who dies and who lives. But yeah, this Moscow 5 have realised that, which is why they're not going completely all out on the dive on the turrets at the moment. So CLG are pushing out. How many Shirelia's Reveries are we looking at? Because this could be a big important part. We've got double Shirelia's Reverie on CLG, just the one on Moscow 5. So CLG could engage and back out with a double Shirelia, so that Moscow 5 meanwhile could just use their one to get the hell out of dodge or attack very quickly. And again, Moscow 5 backing off. They can't keep those lanes pushed enough to do anything about it. They just need to win a big, strong team fight, I think, and just ignore Baron if they do win that fight.
Yeah, I agree with you as well that they don't particularly need it if they win a decent fight that's clean enough, and they've still got a couple of their high damage champions still living. We are 6-4 on turrets, of course, in favour of Moscow 5. 81 to 58,000 gold. That's a lead which you'd probably expect to have been closed out already, but credit to CLG, they are holding strong in this game. They want to pick this victory up so that they can set up a tie with Fnatic in that semi-final, which, by the way, guys, will be tomorrow morning at 10 AM. Wicked, just dancing there. It was a great wall from Anivia as well to stop the rest of the team going in, but naturally Lee Sin hard to pin down anyway. But Moscow 5 are now starting to force this middle lane once again. Baron will be up here shortly as well. We've just hit the 50-minute mark. And CLG are clinging to it, just about.
In fairness to Greppo, he did say to me, you've got to be prepared for a long game because this one's going to go on for a while. And he wasn't right. He wasn't lying. Snoopy actually got caught out a little bit by Darian there. They're going to maybe try and engage Shirelia's Reveille's not been popped yet. Oh, Froggen getting absolutely shredded by Genja there and immediately knocked back their Valkyrie. And Diamond went with him because he shielded him. They both flew backwards. I think he caught Diamond out more than Genja himself. But again, they see the opportunity, they feel they've choked them down enough, and they're just going to rush straight over towards that Baron. They have the ward placement out against Ghostly Pepper, spreading the love across the field, and they are going to chuck down that Baron. That Baron, if you can get it selected, is going, look how quick it's dropping. Good Lord, that's just gone down in seconds, and now they're going to pile through. Now CLG realise now they're going to go push for this middle tower. It's only on half health. I think it must be on about 1900 health and max, that middle turret. And it should go down incredibly quickly. But Moscow 5 are splitting out again. Look at it, they're going to the top lane, they're going to the middle lane. Oh, this one's going to go on for a while.
This one's going to go on for a while. The batteries in my earphones just died. That's how long this game has been going on.
The worrying thing is your microphone looks like it's about to die as well.
Oh yeah, well that's not a bad thing maybe.
It's a bad thing for me.
For you, yeah. Your voice is dying. At least mine's just a battery problem.
Yeah.
But hopefully we can get that fixed here in just a second. But look at this. CLG are actually pushing this lane up, which is going to delay any big Moscow 5 push for a little while. In terms of CS, by the way, Froggen up to 440 and Alexish up to 465. So we're probably going to be in 500 CS on a couple of these guys by the time they get around to actually pushing this final time. And there's only so many dragons you need in a game, Demon, to win it.
Just look how many buffs he's got on him. It's like an MMO right there. He's got that many stacked up buffs. He's just quite strong, Genja. Very, very strong indeed. And he's got the big bomber stacked up ready, so we'll see if he can put it into someone's face, someone worthy. No, instead he just puts it to the backside and Snoopy misses with it. So he's just going to stack it through. He just needs to get a couple of shots, and here we go. This is where Genja just needs to step up, take a couple of shots. You've got a Guardian Angel. Once that tower drops, the whole thing, the floodgates will open, but nobody is willing to take the hits. Darian could quite easily take a couple of hits and then just pull away. But instead, they realise that as soon as they step forward, Wicked is going to be jumping on their faces. Yellow Pete may well follow it. Froggen certainly will get in there and try and stun it down as well. But now they're finally going to start trying to engage. Here we go. And Nivea again, it's like he's warning off. He's like, no, I just heard what Demon's saying. I'm not going to let him do that. And he's just going to take the Super Minion down. I cannot believe a Baron up to Moscow 5, 27k ahead in gold. Are not pushing this onto the turret. This is precautious play. Precautious. I'm making words up again. You can't talk to me because your mic's dead. Ladies and gentlemen, that might not be a bad thing, but his batteries are being changed. That's how long this game's gone. 54 minutes. It's long enough for my voice to maybe even come back. Who knows? There's hope for the world yet. But Nivea is just quite happy farming this one. Moscow 5. Come on, get yourselves in gear. Alex talked about how aggressive. You got to go all in, but they're not going all in yet.
They're not going anything in, actually.
They're not even putting a toe in there.
Yeah, this is a strange game because Moscow 5 are a team that we're used to seeing get an advantage and aggressively push it home, but they're really scared of CLG at this point, and within good reason. I mean, if CLG win this next fight, Moscow 5 could actually end up losing this game. And obviously both teams playing very, very tense. There's a Nivea wall thrown out. We can see Genja's taking away this red buff for what seems like the 4,000th time in his last 55 minutes. There's Gossip Pepper taking a big hit from a Nivea. Just showing you the damage. They need to still be careful, Moscow 5, but at which point do they say go? Maybe this is it. Snoopy will go down to half HP, but again, Moscow 5 back away.
Had to use his ulti though to save himself there. I can't believe there's 4 players at over 400 CS right now on the map. They are all so incredibly fed. Now getting on to Wicked, maybe going to dive on him here. Diamond is going to try and pressure it on there. Thought about going for a ulti kick there onto him. Meanwhile they're going to pressure it back. Darian taking the hits. Alexich is finally going to get caught out. Alexich has been popped straight away. They're going to go towards Darian. You can see the pulverize coming down as well. The ulti comes down. Darian manages to pick up 1 kill. The ulti was cancelled. that ulti was not quite run through. Genja is going to get taken down as well, and CLG absolutely coming out on top of this one. It is going to be a 2-for-1. Genja's going to go down. He will get popped. Now Diamond Pro is also going to go down. The wall goes across, blocks them off. Beautiful play. Will they split off? They go towards Ghosty Pepper. Ghosty Pepper gets a double kill there, and wow, Joe Miller, my voice is dead.
I don't even know what's happening anymore. This is ridiculous stuff right there. Lee Sin managing to get away. Wow. How do you analyze something like that? I mean, they messed around actually in front of the towers for about half an hour now. It really is that long. And when they did decide to go in, that wall from Froggen set straight up behind them. They go in there, and CLG are going to be very happy with this one. I mean, still 40 seconds even till Gosu Pepper's back in there. That's going to allow them to possibly push up fairly heavy. Actually, Froggen is going to be looking for this turret. Wanted, I think, to get the kill onto Diamond there right at the very end of it. Wicked Onirelia did push the bottom lane out, but it's certainly not a strong enough position for CLG to actually turn around now and say, okay, now we're going to drive this one home and you're going to lose this game. It's not at that stage just yet. It's going to be another Baron fight, Demon.
And the problem is Yellow Pete died. That's the big problem.
Yeah.
If he'd have stayed alive, he'd have been okay. He'd have got in there. There was a lot of Guardian Angels popped into that fight. There was a lot of everything popped during that fight. There was Sorelia's actually stayed up. Ghosty Pepper didn't get to use it. And nor did Alistair. Alistair managed to get in and get a fantastic pulverizer. But just Alex Ich went down in a split second. He literally blinked his eye. Didn't get a chance to use his Zonya's hourglass. He went down that quick. And a pro player will be very quick clicking that button. But he was dropped in an instant.
Dead Alex Ich.
Straight in there.
Wow.
Alex Ich, wow. And I talk about how quick he got popped, and that was a straight face check. And that's what CLG were trying to set up earlier. Now that was almost certainly going to mean one of the turrets could go down here. They're going to push on for this one. They need to be careful they don't go a little bit too aggressive, but CLG on the comeback. And this is what we talked about. This is what Moscow 5 are very cautious about. They were so careful not to have this situation happen, but it is happening. You know, despite the fact they are 29k, I think, ahead of goal in 1 point. Could you see a turnaround, Joe?
I was surprised it happened in the last game against Curse. I'd probably have some kind of heart attack if it happened in this one as well. But, you know, they're doing such a good job. It's not long ago that they were camping in their base, hoping to God that the Moscow 5 engagement would be terrible. I wouldn't call it terrible, but it definitely wasn't the one that they were really looking for. The problem that they have now is that Corky's poke is going to take a lot of them very low. They're going to go in here. They're going to take down that inhibitor turret, and actually Wicked is in the group as well, getting the heal off from Snoopy, but that inhibitor is gonna go down, and CLG pick up the first inhibitor of the game. I didn't expect to say that half an hour ago.
You know what? I don't think I've seen anyone come back from around a 29k gold lead. This could be the biggest throw in history of League of Legends in 2 years by Moscow 5 here. Let's not get carried away yet, because there isn't
not over yet.
Baron is now up, and there we go. The ward placement starting to come out, but Tristana is at a level that is just shockingly ripping them a new one. They are not surviving. And again, we could be down to this lifesteal situation that TSM were talking about on the tweets. They were saying, why did they not take it? We are seeing Tristana with that Bloodthirster. There's no Bloodthirst. There's no lifesteal coming out on Corky. He cannot sustain himself. Yeah. Should he get to it? What the shizzle. I had to edit myself there, but what on earth? Oh.
No. There we go.
Now they're just trolling us.
Yeah. That would not make me a happy person.
The whole crowd would actually run to production and just overrun them.
They're back there, guys. If they mess it up, it's not our fault. So yeah, and one thing I also want to point out, good job that Snoopy and Gossip Pepper went to the toilet before this game, because that could have got a little bit unpleasant after this 1 hour game that we now have.
I love that one, Joe.
I can't believe it's a 1 hour game.
Well, we said the last game they had was a 78-minute match, and it just seems we're going to head that way. Looks like Baron could be taken now. CLG gone for it, and they realise Genja's gone back. Wow. This could be Baron picked up by CLG here. They're going to have to shred it down a lot. You can see the hit points were very high. It's been ticking on for a long time here. Diamond Fox is going to get in there, but they've not got Genja. They're going to peel off. They're caught Darien out. Darien has to pull away from this one. He will back away. Can they finish off the Baron? The Baron was down to about 8,000 hit points. CLG going to have to peel off this one. Shirelli is rubbery pops. Back goes Darian, absolutely destroyed. Genja now is the target as well. They're going to dive in towards Genja. Then the kick comes out on towards Genja. Headbutt, sorry, pulverized. Alex is now the target. That is wicked, picking up another kill. I cannot believe this is actually happening in front of me. Diamond Pro trying to get away from this one. Yellow Pete's just going to jump on his face any minute now. There we go. The shutdown comes in. The ace comes out from CLG. This is insane.
60 seconds spawn time. CLG gonna push this one through. In fact, they don't even care that those inhibitor turrets are focusing in them. The Nexus turret has already gone down. The second Nexus turret has come down, and CLG pull off the biggest comeback that we've ever seen in League of Legends at this level.
Amazing.
Absolutely insane. I cannot believe that just happened.
And it ends 6